What's going on YouTube? So with today's video, this one is going to be part 2. I ended up doing part 1 a couple days ago, so I'm going to give you part 2 right now. And this video is going to be 10 great Christmas gifts for the everyday man, but this is going to be for the fall and winter. Part 1 was the fresh edition, so for the spring and summertime. And I find that the everyday man is, well, first and foremost, they don't want to spend a whole lot of money. They just want to put that money in their pocket, put it in their bank account, or just put it to other things like a mortgage, their kids' education, a memorable trip for their families. Yet at the same time, I do find that the everyday man wants something that's more so that's fresh and clean. These ones are going to be a little bit more spicier, maybe some oud, maybe some woods, and so on. These are going to be more of the masculine sense, but there are going to be some fragrances for the young guys, but also for the older guys. First fragrance is going to be super affordable, just like all of these. But first one is going to be more so for the younger guys out there. This is going to be Calvin Klein Dark Obsessions. This is just a little travel spray that I ended up getting. I don't need a bottle, so a bottle itself is probably going to cost you $30 or less. I think the most expensive one in this list is going to be maybe $38. But this one here is more so of a sweet, fun, flirtatious, sexy kind of scent. Just like the name, Dark Obsessions, this is a night out scent. The official note breakdown is going to be wormwood, balsam for vanilla, suede, ladamum, and something called guarana, which is a fruity, veggie, or a nutty accord. What I get is that I get woods, I get lots of vanilla, but I also get like a chocolate note. So maybe that's the guarana itself. This is a powdery, woody, yet fruity type of scent. So that fruitiness is going to be from the guarana, but I do get a chocolatey accord. This is a sweet, seductive, young man scent that's great for the night out. Yes, you could wear this to school if you choose to, but it's more of a night out. This is a great date scent. This is most certainly going to get you compliments and get you noticed. This one never makes anybody's list when it comes to sexy fragrances. I don't understand why, because this is truly sexy. Longevity off this is 5 to 6 hours. Fragrance number 2 is going to be more so for the grown and mature. This is a masculine scent that does have that mature vibe, yet a younger man who's in his late 20s, I find, can wear this one pretty easily. Burberry London. So with this one here, you're going to get tobacco, spices, leather. I could have sworn that port wine was once a note according to Fragrantica, but it's not there. This, I get spices, I get tobacco, I get woods, I get maybe some leather, not a whole lot, but there's definitely some sex appeal to this one. This one has that grown and sexy vibe. You can wear this one dressed down, but more so like business casual, so you have to have that sense of style, to a tuxedo event. This really is just a great scent. This is unique, so it did stand out back then, just like it does now. Unfortunately, Burberry just does not make anything like this. This is definitely a very unique, masculine, mature, gentlemanly type of scent. Longevity off this is 7 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 3, this was really hyped a lot by Jeremy Fragrance a couple years ago. Yet somebody else, like people have reviewed this one before Jeremy really hyped it up. But because of him, a lot of people really got on the bandwagon. This is going to be MONTBLANC INDIVIDUEL. This is definitely a sexy, warm, spicy type of scent. There is a fruity accord with that raspberry, but the note breakdown is going to be raspberry, vanilla, lavender, cinnamon, coriander, sandalwood, and so on. What you're going to get, you are going to get that raspberry notes. You're going to get the cinnamon, the lavender. You're going to get the sandalwood, and this really does smell like Creed's original Santal. This came out before original Santal, so Creed kind of jumped on the bandwagon when it came to this, but this is not original neither. This is the first company that ever came out with one was Yop, and I believe it was Yop Homme. I haven't smelled that one, to be honest, because of the name itself and just the brand, I guess. I just neglected the brand for some reason. Yet Yop is a great brand that's very affordable. With this scent here, you could dress this one down to something like this, to something that's black tie, not really tuxedo-esque, but something that is black tie, nighttime, daytime. You could wear it on a date, you could wear it to the, I don't want to say club, but date, lounge, work. You could dress it to school. Overall, it's just a great, versatile kind of fragrance. Longevity off this is 6 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 4, this is kind of like a clone. If you ask me, this is a clone, so it's definitely not original, but it smells so incredibly good. And it's a fraction of the price than the original. ZEGNA INTENSO. I'm just gonna say it. This smells like Armani Code, just a fraction of the price. Both scents are great. Both brands are fantastic. ZEGNA is just not as known or as lavish or as luxurious as Armani itself. Armani is just, it's just so popular, but I find with ZEGNA themselves, this is more of a grown-up brand, while Armani, like, they have like the different ones. They have like Emporio, they have the Armani Exchange. ZEGNA, they don't. They just have like ZEGNA or the Imernagildo ZEGNA, and overall, like, their stuff is just, it's expensive and it's for the grown. The note breakdown for this one here is going to be iris, musk, citruses, cardamom, tonka bean, and more. This just is Armani Code. So as versatile as Armani Code is, so is this scent. This is just a fraction of the price. I've seen this as low as $26 to as high as $32. Longevity is 6 to 7 hours. And fragrance number 5, this brand is just super economical. They're more known for their Icon line, so you know it's from the brand of DUNHILL, but this is DUNHILL Custom. There's only 4 notes of this one here: pepper, incense, apple, and cedar. What you're gonna get, I'm not gonna, I should not have sprayed it because this is like take number 3, and that's like 6 sprays right there. What you're gonna get is you're gonna get a lot of incense and a lot of apple with pepper. There is some woods towards the base, but the most prominent note are the pepper, apple, and incense. This comes across as a mature fragrance, like an older person scent with a youthful disposition. That's what this really does come across as. I don't want to say that this is an everyday scent, but it can be used as an everyday scent. I find that you could dress this one to something like this, to something that's a black tie event. Tuxedo, yeah, believe it or not, I think that you can. It has that resinous, smoky, mature scent, but that apple really just kind of adds that playfulness to it. It's not sexy as in like young man sexy. It's more grown and sexy, if you will. Longevity of this is 6 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 6, this is ageless. Young men could wear this. Like, when I'm thinking young, I'm thinking someone who's in university, not high school, to an older man. This is sexy, yet it's classy. Roberto Cavalli, UOMO. Honey, saffron, tonka bean, cedar, lavender, and there's more. This one is slightly powdery. It's sweet. You get that honey note, which really is quite unique, as honey is not the most common note. The honey in this is silky, it's smooth, it's nice. But that saffron does add that masculinity and that sexiness, that adds that spiciness to this one here, and the sweetness itself comes from that tonka bean. The cedar is the backbone that kind of gives it that longevity, and you do get some lavender. This fragrance is very versatile. You could dress this one down to dressing it up. You could wear it to school, like university, not so much high school, to work, to a black tie event, to like a lounge. It's just an overall great scent. Longevity off this is 7 to 8 hours. Next fragrance, I am the original hype man for this scent. A lot of people think that Jeremy Fragrance is. Nope, I am. Something that I could take credit for, and there's not a lot of things that I could take credit for, okay? Ferragamo's F Black. So black pepper, lavender, green apple, there's gonna be tonka bean, and more. What you're gonna get, green apple, tonka bean, you're gonna get that black pepper and lavender. This is a versatile fragrance. It's masculine, it's slightly mature, yet a younger man could wear this one. But a younger man who I'm thinking that's 25 and up, not someone who is really like in high school or even possibly university. I know that some people have said that a young guy could wear this. Hey, difference of opinion. But this is something where you could dress it like this to something that's tuxedo to a night out. This is not a club scent at all. I find that this is just way too classy for the club. You could wear this on a date, to the lounge. You could wear it to something that's really nothing too serious, to something that is serious. Longevity off this is 6 to 7 hours. Fragrance number 8, unfortunately, I don't have the bottle. The bottle is on its way to me, but I recently reviewed this one and boy, it's such a phenomenal scent. This is more of an adult scent. This is more for like the mature man out there. But fragrance number 8 is going to be Dolce & Gabbana por Homme Intenso. Lavender, tobacco, oak moss, cypress, musk, amber, sandalwood, and so on are the notes. So what you're gonna get lavender, oak moss, you're gonna get tobacco. This is tobacco-y. It has a fresh component. It has an ambery component. This is just masculine. It's classy, it's elegant. When I first smelled this one back in 2015, I did a review with David from the Fragrance Bros. I did not like that scent back then, but when I revisited it a couple weeks ago, I'm like, this stuff is fantastic. Because of the price tag, I ended up getting a bottle. I think it cost me $33 Canadian. That was like $28 USD. You could dress this one down to something like this, to a tuxedo event. This is signature scent worthy. This is a boss type of fragrance. I don't want to say it's for a young man, because this really has that DNA, that scent profile for someone who's in their 40s and up. Longevity off it was 7 to 9 hours. Next scent, the brand itself already made a cameo, but it's gonna make another one. Burberry's Mr. Burberry Eau de Parfum, or just EDP. Mint, cardamom, lavender, sandalwood, vetiver, and patchouli. What you're gonna get, really, the most prominent note to this one here is the patchouli accord. I'm not a big fan of patchouli at all, but it's done quite nicely in this. The patchouli is kind of dank a little bit, but it's not overly dank. You're gonna get some freshness from this, from the mint. You're gonna get the cardamom, which adds some spiciness to it. But I find what really balances this fragrance out quite well is the lavender. The lavender in this is really nice. This fragrance is more so for an older soul. So I'm thinking someone who's 30 and up, but trust me, you could be 30 years old yet still act 20. I'm 43 and I still act like I'm in my 20s at times. This is just a great scent for the mature gentleman. You could dress it down to dressing it up. It's a very formal scent to casual. It's just, this is signature scent worthy. It really is. Longevity off this is 7 to 8 hours. And the last one in this video, this one really does have that vintage touch. It smells a little dated, but at the same time it smells modern. So it's got a balance of both. And with the name itself, it definitely has to, because it's got the name vintage in it. VARVATOS Vintage. Rhubarb, cinnamon, tobacco, balsam fir, suede. You're also gonna get lavender and tonka bean to this one here. What you get? Suede, rhubarb, lavender, spices. This is just a phenomenal fragrance. This is one of the best ones from John Varvatos when it comes to their darker scents, their heavier fragrances. This smells mature, it smells dated, but unique and modern at the same time. Dress it down to dressing it up. It's a great masculine scent, and I know that my good friend Justin from the channel J Copeland loves this one. I can understand why. And Justin actually inspired me to get this one. I really, at the time, was not going to. But when I saw his video, I'm like, okay, it's very affordable. Just check it out. And I love it. Longevity off this is 6 to 7 hours. So guys, that's it. I just gave you 10 great fragrances as Christmas gifts for the common man under $40. But this is going to be the fall and winter edition. Any reviews that I've done, they will be in the description below, along with the first one, the part 1 that I did, which was the Freshie edition. I find with common men, just like the common consumer, like the everyday man, they don't really, like for the most part, they don't really want to smell like these scents. These scents here are just fantastic. But for like the everyday man, a lot of them just want to smell clean, fresh. So that list itself will be down in the description below. If you want to see some great cheap winter fragrances, then please check out this side here that didn't make the list. And if you want to check out some great smell and rates that I did with my wife or with other guests, check out this side here. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share the video, subscribe if you're new to this channel. And thank you for your time, take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.